All right. All right. So let me make sure let's make sure the sound is working. Testing, testing, testing. So sound should be good on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and look at Bitcoin here on Bookmap before I go and dive into the charts here in a minute or two. So right now, Bookmap is telling me when we zoom in, there's a lot more liquidity up here, 23K, meaning it's looking like a move higher. I might put in a Bitcoin long tonight. 23K, there's more liquidity up here than you can see down here. So there's more sells up here than buys down here, meaning everyone thinks we're going to go higher, at least in the short term. If we zoom out a little bit, there's still a lot more liquidity up here at 23K. There's a little of down here, but there's definitely this is bigger orders than down here. Now, obviously, down here, 18K, and this lower down here is almost as big as up here, but short term is looking like $23,000 is where the liquidity is at, meaning that's more than likely where we're going to go. We usually go to where the orders are at, and there's more sales up here volume-wise than there are down here for buy. So to me, 23K is the next resistance that we should be targeting, at least short term. On the macro term, I'm still looking for $25,000. So if you guys are new or just joining, I appreciate if you hit that like button. It helps me out on either platform, YouTube or TikTok, especially if you are subscribed or following me. I'd appreciate that as well. So without further ado, let's get started and head over to Bitcoin here. I'm going to start on the weekly chart, and we'll move this so you guys can see it. Weekly chart. It put in a low down here, obviously that local low of 17,560. Put in a low there, and it looks like it's trying to put in a higher low right there at that $18,500 level, which is $1,000 higher. That is a higher low on the weekly chart. So Bitcoin, to me, is an uptrend. The next thing we need to look for, I just talked about in a TikTok video, would be a higher high above this last local high, which was $24,900, $25,000, depending on the exchange you're on. So I'd like to see a higher high between $25,000 and $25,500 at least, bare minimum, for a move higher. So that's what you would want to see to remain bullish here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. Let's go look at this. So we are also trying to put in a higher high on the RSI, which is a bullish sign. Also breaking that down sloping resistance line that we've had for the last few weeks, so it's looking good. But the bad thing is, I don't love about the weekly chart is, yes, you're breaking resistance, but now you have to be cautious because you're 82, 83 on the RSI, so you're overbought on the weekly time frame. But that's okay. Daily chart is already curving down, which I do not like. It already topped out and it's curving down, so that's not a good sign. The 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, at least on the RSI, is in a downtrend. I don't like that either. And 1-hour chart's in a downtrend as well. 15-minute chart is also made a lower high. So smaller time frames looking like we do need a pullback, but the order book is saying we might not get the pullback until $23,000. Based on what I'm seeing now, though, I would actually now open up a long because you're overbought on the 15-minute, 1-hour, and 4-hour. And daily is starting to curve down now too. So you'd have the daily pushing down you. I wouldn't be surprised if before you go lower, though, we went to $23,000 because that's where all the liquidity is at. But I'm saying that I also would not be surprised if we head on lower right now. I do think we're going to hit 23K, though, before we go lower, if I had to bet on it. That's just where all the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. So with that being said, guys, I short term would look for a move up to $23,000 and then a move lower. If we were to get a move back lower, you have support down here at 21,500. So that would be the first stop if you get rejected off of $23,000. If there's any requests, let me know and I'll look at them. So let me move this over a little bit. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin right now, is a move to $23,000 and then a move lower back to 21.5. And if you don't hold 21.5, then maybe we did put in a lower high on Bitcoin. But I would say you're still bullish on Bitcoin as long as you hold $21,500. So Guys, we are on YouTube as well, so you can go check that out as well if you guys want to see the screen as well, because I know on TikTok it's a little hard to see, but you guys can go there and check that out as well. So if there's any requests, let me know. I looked at Mirror, and I posted a YouTube video on that as well. I do think Mirror looks bullish. You get the 4-hour chart, which is low on the RSI, and you're in a falling wedge. So to me, Mirror looks really bullish. That measured move, let me check this really quick. That measured move from where you are right now, currently you're at 23 cents. That measured move, even if you were conservative and said it's only going to go up to 55 cents with the measured move, that's still 138% gains. So to me, I would be targeting at 50 to 55 cents to be conservative, but that's 137% gains if you're targeting 55 cents. And that would be the measured move out of the falling wedge based on the 4-hour time frame. For a Mirror coin, no, it's not guaranteed or anything, but it is 70% likely to break to the upside out of this. You have a low stochastics on the 4-hour chart and a falling wedge. So to me, it looks good, but Bitcoin has to play along as well. So if you guys have any requests, let me know and I'll look at them. I know it's not the usual time I go live, but it's probably going to be this time I start going live from now on because I do have a new job, so that my schedule changed a little bit. But yeah, so that is kind of what I'm looking at right now is Bitcoin to 23K before a pullback. But I could be wrong. Anything can happen, of course. So if there's any requests, I'll take them now. If not, I guess it'll be a pretty quick stream, and then I'll be back live on Friday evening. So if there's any requests, I'll take them now or forever hold your peace. And I guess that would be it then. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to actually just end the YouTube live stream. If there's any requests on TikTok, I'll still look at them. But I don't have any requests coming in, so there's nothing more to talk about. I talked about where I think Bitcoin's going and Mirror Coin's looking hot right now. As far as Jasmine's concerned, I guess I can go look at Jasmine really quick. Jasmine is at 9/10 of a penny, and again, struggling to hold that. It definitely made a lower high here at 91% of a penny, and I would look for a move lower on Jasmine. Actually, I need to look at a bigger time frame than the 15-minute chart. But Jasmine, this to me still looks bearish. I would look for a move back to at least 8/10 of a penny on Jasmine coin. So that is Jasmine. Nothing crazy, nothing bullish on Jasmine. I think the most bullish coin that I've seen in the last few hours has been Mirror Coin. But we'll go look. Someone requested Polkadot, so let's go look at Polkadot on the weekly chart and move on down. Right now it's sitting at $7.56. I had support drawn at $7.60 area, so it's right at support. And if we zoom in, by the way, the weekly chart is getting close to being overbought, so be cautious as more room to go up, but the daily chart is already curving down, so that's right, it's trying to hold a $7.60 support right now. So if it can't hold $7.60 as support, my next stop is $5.70. So you really, really, really have to hold that level, or you are going to have a nice move to the downside. Daily chart is curving down on the RSI. That is not a good sign. And the 4-hour chart, I mean, the 4-hour chart is pretty low. It can't go much lower. So that's getting pretty low, which is a bullish sign long term. 1-hour chart is already low and can't go any lower. It's pinned. So 1-hour chart and smaller time frames look okay. 15-minute, 1 hour look ready for a move up. The 4-hour chart is getting ready for a move up because the RSI is at like 5. But the daily chart, so probably what's going to happen is you're going to have a move up on the 15-minute to the 4-hour chart, but the daily chart long term is probably not going to get above this resistance here, $8.20, and then you're going to have a move lower, probably back down to the support at $5.70. But of course, the Bitcoin's going to go to 25,000, then Polkadot will definitely make a move back to the upside. But so your next resistance, if you hold $7.60, is $8.21. If you do not hold that level, your next stop would be $5.70. So those are the three prices I'd watch out for on Polkadot. Smaller time frames look bullish, but daily and weekly chart are very much looking overbought, so I'd be very cautious on Polkadot. But I would not be surprised at all if you got another move up to 821 before another move down. So Dot looks okay on the smaller time frames, bigger time frames, not so much. Appreciate the follow. If there's any other requests, let me know and I'll look at them. Let's just see if anyone's on here. Bond, QSP, and VGX. So let me go look at Bond, BOND. It's been a minute since I've looked at Barn Bridge. It's currently at $6.12. The peak this last bull run was $25 almost on the Coinbase. Okay, so let's look at this weekly chart. It's trying to curve back up. Let's see if it does that. The daily chart is low, and the daily chart, I mean, it has more downside it could go, but the daily chart is getting pretty low. And then let's look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is looking like it's trying to reverse to the upside. The 1-hour chart is already looking like a reversal. So smaller time frames again, 4-hour and lower look bullish to me on Barn Bridge. The price you'd want to get above would be $7.60 if you don't use the wicks from the last move up. So you had that resistance that you got there on the 4th of September, so about a week ago. And then obviously you have very good support at $5.80. So that would be, as long as you stay above $5.80, to me you're still bullish on Barn Bridge. But you have to stay above $5.80 to remain bullish. 4-hour and lower look good, so I would not, and also a higher low would be anything above $5.90. So if you can stay above that level, Barn Bridge is still bullish to me right now. So let me see if I can look up QSP. It is on Coinbase, so I can look at it. I feel like it's an absolute shit coin because I've never heard of it, but I could be wrong. So the weekly chart, it's been on Coinbase for a long time. Weekly chart is curving down, so bearish. Daily chart is already trying to roll over, and the 4-hour chart has a little more downside, and the 1-hour chart is going to the upside. So 1 hour it looks good, but every other time frame does not look great to me. The price you have to beat would be 2.2 cents to remain bullish, and that is a ways away. And then you definitely cannot lose this local low down here at 1.7 cents. So those are the two prices I'd watch out for. I'm just going through these pretty quickly, but those are the prices you have to watch out for. It is looking like it's in an uptrend though right now, which is a good sign, but you have to continue going higher to remain in this uptrend. So that is what you have to stay above, and I would even say you had to stay above 1.9 cents to remain, 1.8 cents to remain bullish, because you're looking like you're on this upsloping support, but you're testing it right now on the 1-hour chart. So you cannot lose 1.8 cents to meet, in my opinion, to remain bullish on QSP short term. And then VGX is on Coinbase as well. The weekly chart. Yep, no problem. Spell token and H bar, and then bull run 2025. Well, I think in 2025 it's probably going to happen. I would say I think we start going up in 2024. I think we probably go sideways for the rest of this year, maybe 2023. We could still go down this for the rest of this year, actually. But I would say if we're still at the same price by 2023, started 2023, I'm guessing that 20K is pretty much the low, or 18K or whatever the low was. And then we're probably just going to go sideways for 2 years like we have in the past. So 2024 to 2025 is a good time for a bull run. I would not be surprised at all if it happened, though, in 2024. But I guess 2 years going sideways would be all of 23 and all of 24, and then 25 would be the bull run. So that would make sense. But if it happens sooner, I wouldn't be surprised either. So this is VGX right now. On the weekly chart, it's very much overbought. The daily chart is in a downtrend. But you did technically make a higher high at $1.03. So to me, that's a good start. Now, you do not want to lose, because now you're using that as support. Well, you cannot lose 70 cents, that's for sure, to remain bullish on VGX. If you lose 70 cents, then the game is over, or whatever you want to call it. That is our current local low is 70 cents. So you can't lose 72 cents or 71 cents to remain bullish on this. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart right now is an uptrend, so that is actually looking good right now for you, VGX. And 1-hour chart is topped out though, but the 4-hour chart does look good to me, so there's more upside, I would say. But like I said, you want to beat $1.20 to remain bullish long term, and you cannot lose 72 cents if you want to remain bullish if we continue going down for a little bit. So that's the support you cannot lose to me to still remain bullish. And then we can look at Pond to wrap things up for these requests. So Pond is currently low on the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart is low. The daily chart is overbought. That is a very red flag to me. And the weekly chart does not have enough data to look at. So I'm going to go back to the daily chart. So you definitely have to hold this 1 penny level to remain bullish. And these wicks, I'm going to pretend like aren't there. You have to get above 1.25 cents to remain bullish for a higher high. So those are the prices you have to beat short term on Pond. And then so I wanted to look at H bar. And then Quant. I'm not going to look at that. H bar, I don't know, maybe I'm looking at the wrong one, but let me go look at Quant next. I'll use the KuCoin chart for Quant. So right now, Quant is currently at $1.05. The weekly chart was coming down. It's already trying to go back up, so that's a good sign on the weekly chart. Daily chart is coming down. I don't like that. The 4 hour chart is in pretty much bottomed, and the 1 hour chart is pretty much bottom. Let's go back to the daily chart. You got overbought again, but you made a lower high. So H bar right now is in a downtrend. You'd really want to beat $1.33 again next time you want to rally up. But right now, H bar is in a downtrend, making lower lows and lower highs because you got overbought here, got tapped out, RSI went down, and you only got to $113. The previous high was $132, so that's not bullish. And but technically, you made a higher low here, 86 cents. So I'd watch this. I'd watch this right now. You could definitely be in a falling wedge here on Quant. So Quant's another one I would put on my radar. It's getting pretty tight. So Quant's one I would watch out for if it were to make a move to the upside. Measured move would be about $170 on Quant. So Quant is another one, just like Miracoin, that I'd put on your radar. Not saying you should get into a position, but those are coins I'd watch tonight and into the next few days. Appreciate the likes. So let's go look at Spellcoin was the other one that someone wanted to look at. Not many slot machines to play. I would definitely agree with that. So I already forgot. Okay, Spellcoin was the next one. Spellcoin is on Coinbase. I feel like I just looked at this. Maybe not. I did not. So Spellcoin on the daily chart, it looks like it got absolutely decimated in this last bear market, or in the current bear market, I should say. Currently, the last local high was 0.00187 cents. So I guess we'll call that resistance. You had a local low down there. And currently trying to use this as a new local low, which was once resistance at this level of 0.00127 cents. So that is actually going to be acting as support right now, which is a good sign. Let me zoom in a little bit here on the daily chart. Almost looks like you have that support there. You also have this now resistance, downsloping resistance. So again, this kind of looks like a possible falling wedge on Spellcoin. So Spellcoin looks pretty good to me as well. Let's just see what the measured move would be if it were to break to the upside. Measured move would be 0.0021 cents. So I don't know. I don't love Spellcoin's falling wedge as much as I liked what I saw from Miracoin and what I saw from Quant. But a possible falling wedge on Spell. I would not play this personally. But that would be the measured move if it wanted to break to the upside. The problem is you got the daily chart pushing down on you, and the weekly chart is starting to as well. So to me, I would not be playing this with the daily pushing down like that. Okay, with that being said, guys, thanks guys for joining. If there's, let me see if that's all the requests I'm gonna look at. Satama is a coin I'm not gonna, promote or anything. It's kind of a shit coin. So that's kind of what I got today. If you guys are, I appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe. If you guys are new, I will be live again on Friday evening around this time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, I should say. That's when I plan on going live on Friday, if not sooner. But I'll let you guys know in my Telegram group. If you guys want to join my Telegram group to be up to date with whenever I'm going live or just what we're talking about, the link is in the description on YouTube, and it's in my TikTok bio if you're on TikTok. With that being said, guys, thanks guys for joining. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Until then, trade safe, have a great week, and I will see you tomorrow for another video, and our live stream will be on Friday.